In the business podcast world, you'll see mostly two types of podcasts. So the first type is that really loud motivational style. Think Gary Vee, where they'll tell you to wake up earlier and hustle harder and grind, and that it's all like a mindset game. You know, the types that are very overhyped and loud, and they leave you feeling a certain sort of way. You have all this motivation, and you don't really know what to do with it because they don't really tell you what to do with all this hype and motivation. The second type are like the story style podcasts where they're always bringing on a new guest, and that guest will tell you all about their business and how they got started. They're going to tell you kind of like their rags to riches style story where they had failures and successes, but they're not really telling you anything to do. More or less, they're just giving you ideas of like what they did and how they did it. So more of just like a story that you can relate to.
So we both think that podcasts like that have a place in the world. They have their audience, right? But it's not us. We were really looking for a type of podcast that was more than just, well, to put it frankly, gaslighting you into thinking that if you didn't succeed, that it was your fault. You didn't think good enough thoughts. You didn't manifest your success the right way. And you didn't buy their course, and that's why you're not successful. You didn't follow the instructions. I think everybody should be able to access information to help them be successful, and how you choose to use it is still very much on you. But we want to provide you with those tools, those actionable steps that you can take from real experts giving you those steps, not just somebody who happens to own a business.
Something that we always want our listeners to do when they're taking advice from anybody online about anything is ask yourself, is the person that I'm taking advice from qualified to give me that advice? Have they put in the work? Do they even know what they're talking about? That's why on this podcast, we're going to bring in the people who know what they're talking about. We're going to bring in experts who can give you actual advice and actual steps that will take you forward in your business.
Our plan is to bring in business lawyers, accountants, SEO experts, anybody that is an expert in what your career field might not specialize in. So if you own a dog grooming service, for example, your specialty is dog grooming, and you might know nothing about SEO. You might know nothing about your finances and how to balance your books or file an LLC even. We believe that the best source to get your information from is from the horse's mouth, and we're bringing in the horse.
Our role in this podcast is to really just bring all the information together, to find the experts to bring over here for you guys and for us to be able to learn what we need to learn in order to do all these steps correctly, in order to move forward with real advice and real educated information. We're going to take all the wonderful things that they tell us on the podcast, and we're actually going to put them into a newsletter and into a blog for you. So if you're not wanting to sit and listen to a whole podcast, you can run over to our blog, grab the information that's really important to you, and start putting it into action right away.
You can head over to our website, which is linked in the description below, to find all of the amazing resources that we've put together for you. And here at The Clever Entrepreneur, we want to remind you that our mission is that we will provide you with real business advice from real experts with no fluff, no bullshit, just help.